Harry's Wife, part 80.4. We feel your pain. Hello. I'm H.G. Tudor. This time we turn to the Mirror online to examine one of their news articles. As always, I leave you to determine the veracity of the material. I'm providing you with the analysis with regard to what it means in respect of the narcissistic perspective. The article leads with Inside Prince Harry and Harry's Wife's luxury paradise garden at their £11 million mansion. An article by Josie Copson. The green space at Prince Harry and Harry's wife's home includes an envy-inducing children's playground and a chicken coop, so naturally they've chosen the location for some of their photo shoots. Pictures show the inside of Prince Harry and Harry's wife's paradise garden in Los Angeles. The couples moved to their £11 million mansion last summer after leaving behind their lives as royals in the United Kingdom. Their new place in California's Monte Shitcho is as beautiful as you'd expect, with a garden that is particularly amazing, OK reports. So what we have here is the Mirror is actually piggybacking something that OK has reported on. And perhaps Hello has been told off and been sent to the naughty step as a consequence of Hello Canada's recent praise of the Duchess of Cambridge. And the taskmistress, the paymistress, has thrown a wobbler and has said, "No more for you, Hello. Instead, OK." And it's OK that receives the PR funding instead. You'll recall, of course, that last week there was License to Wound, where the Duchess of Cambridge looked beautiful and stunning in her gold creation, the dress that she wore to the Bond premiere of No Time to Die, which will have induced a small thermonuclear explosion in the Monte Shitcho area. This, of course, results in further comparisons being made between the two duchesses, which has been spoken about in the Duchess Smackdown in part Passim, but also, as I've explained, necessitates a response from Harry's wife's narcissism to reject the threat to control posed by all of the commentary about the Duchess of Cambridge, and also to continue to try and assert control over the wider viewership and readership by upping the ante on the PR front. And this, as I explained in earlier parts, has already begun, and this is a further example of it. That the information that is being regurgitated from OK, which appears from a quick glance at the rest of the article, seems to be showing things that we already know. This demonstrates two things. First of all, bringing up the past to control the now through an assertion of control through other mouthpieces, so the PR agencies instructing the relevant magazines to put something out that's favourable, that portrays the Sussexes in a favourable light, but of course there isn't actually anything happening perhaps on that particular day, and therefore it's necessary to dredge something up from the past and triangulate everybody with it. It also demonstrates, of course, the hypocrisy of talking about being in it together and feeling everybody's pain and understanding with this false empathy the position of other people, all whilst doing so from an £11 million mansion with 27,000 flushing toilets, all the while done so while adorned in several $1,000s worth of rather horrendous couture, all the while dressed in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewellery. You're very much feeling the pain, aren't you? That, of course, demonstrates cognitive empathy, fake empathy, hypocrisy, the disconnect. Because if there were real emotional empathy, there would be a different way of empathizing being demonstrated. It might be, for example, not engaging in crass behaviors such as turning up decked head to toe in expensive couture and jewellery whilst preaching at a group of children whose probably only meal is when they are at school. Those with emotional empathy would behave in a different way. Harry's wife can't because she doesn't have any. Returning to the article, the talks about the green space and the fact that they even let Oprah Winfrey's camera crew film in there for a segment of their bombshell interview, bringing up the past. Oprah got an exclusive invite to the chicken coop, whoopie fucking do, which is adorably named Archie's Chick Inn. And we're treated to another picture of Harry sat to one side in the chicken coop, no doubt a place that he's become all too familiar with as of late. Harry's wife on the other side, and Oprah in the middle holding some eggs thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? The chickens that lived there were given a second chance when they were rescued from a local factory farm. While pictures of the play area have not been released by the couple, the real estate listing gave an insight into what it is like. Archie and Lilibet are lucky to have playhouses, slides, a climbing frame, a tightrope, a helter-skelter, and climbing walls. Actual kid heaven. Just like what all of those children in Harlem have. Oh, except they don't. We did get a little preview of one playhouse when Harry's wife and Harry released a sketch of themselves in front of it for Christmas 2020. Assertion of control through the sketch. Also now bringing up the past for the purpose of asserting control now. Harry's wife and Harry also shared a video from a bench in their garden. Yes, the bench of stench. Either side were trees, flowers, and well-maintained grass. Who'd have fucking thought it, hey? Send me pictures of your gardens, dedicated viewers, and let me see if I can spot the grass. Let me see if I can spot the flowers. Let me see if I can spot the trees. Or are all your gardens just concrete wastelands? Who'd have thought it? This is the banality that is spewed forth in the name of the assertion of control. Here's a video. There are trees, there are flowers, and there's well-maintained grass. Well done. It's clear, the article continues, why the couple have previously referred to their home as a sanctuary. The real world likely feels miles away while relaxing on the ground. Well, of course it does. These two sitting in the rarefied atmosphere of their ivory tower, whilst Harry's wife pretends, although she thinks it's genuine, that she understands the trials and tribulations of the world, all whilst holed up in the sanctuary. It's believed that Prince Harry also has forget-me-not flowers planted to honour his mother, Princess Diana. Fascinating. While the outdoor space also features endless lawn space with rose gardens, a tennis court, a guest cottage, and a large outdoor pool. Just like the gardens of those children in Harlem, no doubt. Oh no, except they haven't. There's also a vegetable patch, where I suspect Prince Harry is made to go and sit in it, perhaps buried up to his neck, and being called cabbage when he's a naughty boy, where the eco-friendly family source ingredients for their meals. Do they fuck? I mean, the gardener might be sent out there and pretends to get it from the vegetable patch, where actually he jumps on his bike and cycles down the road to the local posh emporium for herbs, spices, and whatever else it is that they're scoffing. The main house includes a library, an office, oh God, a spa with a separate dry and wet sauna, a gym, a games room, an arcade, a movie theatre, a wine cellar, and a garage with space for 5 cars. What about the toilets? You've missed out the toilets. There's so many toilets. So much shit to deal with. And there we are. That's the article. Yes, that's the absolute dross that has been pumped out by Josie, piggybacking off OK. This doesn't really tell you anything. It doesn't really tell you anything that you didn't know already. Indeed, all it does actually is reinforce the hypocrisy, the sense of entitlement, the disconnect between reality and the world that which Harry's wife inhabits, and of course the false cognitive empathy that's at play. This is again yet another attempt to assert control as a response to recent events, an attempt to continue to cling to popularity, to try and be relevant or remain relevant as she would see it, in order to, of course, unconsciously assert control and draw fuel. It's a completely vapid, flimsy, transparent article which adds nothing to the total of human understanding except when commandeered by your glorious narrator to not only take the mick out of it, but also enable you to understand what this material is actually doing when viewed through the narcissistic lens. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.